Hey everybody, Kennis here. Hope you're doing well. Today I'm taking you on a trip. One of my favorite places to go, Music Go Round. It's just a great place. If you have a Music Go Round in your city, go there and buy stuff from them, sell your used gear. They're just great little shops. I'm pulling up here in a second. I'm gonna go in there and ask the owner, Chris, if I can make a video. All right, here we go. Coming up here on the left, my store, Music Go Round, right there. This is a cool shop. You can see it up behind me there. This is in Houston, Texas. Houston off of 1960 in Cutton Road, in that area, in the Willowbrook area, if you happen to live in Houston. Anyway, I'm gonna go inside and show you why Music Go Round is so great. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna kind of do one of these and then I'll go to the front facing camera. Here it is. All the awesomeness. One more time around here. Doing good? Are you doing all right? Yeah. All right, let's take a look at all the different stuff. What they do here at Music Go Round is they're essentially kind of like a pawn shop for used gear, for music gear. Typically I find that you actually get a little bit better price trading your stuff in here than pawn shops. But here you can see they just got a ton of used stuff. Like I bought a ton of hardware here because it's a lot cheaper. Bought a few cymbals, probably 4 or 5 cymbals over the year. This is where I get all my sticks. This is all the kind of the pro audio over in that corner. I'll go over there in a minute, but yeah, soundboards, that kind of thing. All right, here's the area that I usually end up in the most. All the guitars over there. Again, like 99% of all this stuff is used stuff. One thing that I've noticed that pretty much they're really spot on their prices. Like for instance, this line 6 amp, 119 bucks. That's about right. That's about what you should pay for it. You're paying on Craigslist, that kind of thing. Their selection is always dependent upon, you know, what people are actually selling. Pedals, I've purchased quite a few pedals here, and traded in a few as well. Great example of something you get here. 200 bucks, Boss ME80. This is a great effects pedal. Just super intuitive. If you're wanting to get a bunch of effects into one, you can't go wrong with something like this. And you can look at it, you can see how good of a condition this is. This hasn't even been used. This has just been sitting in someone's bedroom or something, barely even been played. Here's another great effects pedal. The Nova system. All right, over in this section, they've got kind of the cheaper guitars. You get a starter guitar or a guitar to mod. This is a great place. Squier Stratocaster there. 70 bucks. You really can't beat that. I mean, even at Craigslist, you're not gonna probably get it much less than that. About 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, I was right here, and in this spot right there was one of my favorite guitars, my Stratocaster, Fender Mexican Stratocaster. It was 200 bucks. Absolutely love it. Got it right here, Music Go Round. This really is a legit place. Another really cool thing about Music Go Round is they have this deal here where you can trade, if you trade in something of $50 more of value. So like, you know, say I have a guitar pedal that I trade in and they gave me 50 bucks for it. If you buy something, they'll discount it 10% off of that. So, you know, like say I wanted to buy a guitar that was $500 and I traded in a pedal, they gave me $50 credit, and then they discount it 10%. Basically, I'm able to get that guitar for $400 instead of for $500. That's pretty cool. Basically, generally, kind of what they do as far as pricing is they sell everything here for basically half of what new cost. So let's say you have an amp, $1,000 amp, they're going to sell it for like $550, $600. They're going to try to, you know, because they want to move the gear. And what they usually do is they give you about 25 to 30% of what the new cost of it is. So for someone like me, that I buy a lot of my gear used, almost never I buy new, it's a perfect situation because I'm usually buying it at half anyway. So like say there's an amp that's $1,000, I buy it here for $500, that's awesome. And then use it for a couple years and I take it back and I might trade it in here for $250 and then buy something else that's $500 and I only have to spend, because of the discount of the 10% discount, I only have to spend $200 for that new amplifier from trading in my old one. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little setup they have here. I've purchased, let's see, I've purchased 2 bass guitars here, a guitar, probably at least 5 cymbals for drums. Who knows how many drumsticks. By my drum heads here, I bought a ton of like hardware for drums. About a bunch of pedals here, probably at least 5 or 6 pedals. And I've purchased an amplifier here. Just a ton of stuff that I've purchased here over the years. This is their 2nd location in Houston, and I've been in Houston for 11 years, and I've been coming here for about a good solid 9 years. So anyway, this is just a really, really cool shop. I encourage you, if you live near a music around, check them out. And also you can check them out online at musicaround.com. I'm not being paid in any way for this video. I just love this place, so I wanted you guys to know about it as well. And the owner here, he wasn't feeling very well today, so he's kind of under the weather, so he didn't want to be on camera, but he's a really, really great guy. And I can just kind of tell the culture of music around franchise shops. They seem pretty cool. So we got some banjos and dobros over here. What's another cool thing is here is every now and then you'll run into a brand that you're never familiar with because Guitar Center doesn't sell it or whatever the case is. Right there. That's Alvarez. Right there, it's a great guitar. $219, can't beat it. Over here in the keyboard section, one of these days they're gonna have a Nord in here, and I'm gonna buy it. Actually got this keyboard right here, the Alesis. I have the QS7, this is the QS6. And behind the counter they usually put their nicer guitars up there. Martin, Breedlove. Like that right there, pretty sweet. Love to have that. Les Paul Jr.
You've got this one.
That. This is a nice Sheridan, the Bigsby Bridge, and they're $400. That's awesome. Les Paul Standard for, wait a minute, oh, it's an Epiphone. Looked at the price. Still, that's a great price for that. Let's see what this is. See right there, Mexican Strat, $250. That's awesome. Those little buzz offs are awesome. If you have a keyboard that's buzzing. This is the type of thing that I kind of usually buy, is stuff like this. These channel A studio monitors, those are expensive. And they sell them so cheap here. It's just great. Let's see what this is. $130. Got a bunch of rack gear down here too. Actually, some of that. One of those EQs is one that I sold not long ago. Also, I get all my strings here usually, and picks. Yeah, actually, I've been using chicken picks recently. I love those things. They got a ton of accessories as well. Here's a PV Trans Tube series. This is like the small PV Bandit, I think. $100. That's awesome. Beginner guitar player, just want a decent beginner amp. You cannot go wrong with that. It's cool, you sometimes see stuff like this. I'm not even familiar with this at all. Apparently it's some sort of boutique, something or other. It's pretty expensive here. So this is probably $3,500, $4,000 new. You see stuff like this. For those of you that know what this is like impossible to come by. And there is one here, which is pretty amazing. The original Chorus Echo from Roland. And if you guys that have an extra $1,000 sitting around you want to give me, I've wanted the orange amp for so long. This guy is awesome. I'd trade something in, get a 10% discount on that. Just a cool amp. Gotta have reverb though, which it does. All right, that was it. There's Music Go Round. My place that I go to get my gear. Anyway, hopefully you liked this video. If you did, please like it, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll check you out in another video.